just before I hit the button.
I mean, that ointment's going in a sensitive place. So oh gosh.
Stop it.
Sorry.
Oh yeah. Again, everybody, you missed it. Just missed it. But we'll just leave it at that. Stay with us. We got Aaron Moss from a Real American Headcast. I almost put you on the Real American Mosscast. That's silly.
It's been worse. I've been called worse. What the hell?
You think your life's bad?
Yeah. Again, I've been in worse positions.
Mark's acting like that's somehow bigger than his head, which is crazy talk. Anyways, we'll be right back after you watch our kick-ass opening segments. Evening, everybody. Thanks for staying through the overplay of Shawshank Redemption here on the Superstation. We are What's on Joe Mind, a fan cast about the world of G.I. Joe. I'm your host, Mike Irizarry. How's everybody doing?
I don't feel a little pinched tonight.
Yo, Joe.
I could move you down to the bottom row, Mark.
So much better. Headroom, Hal. Headroom.
All right. I was told not to lick that thing, though, because it's made out of the same stuff as Zartan.
Shit.
You shouldn't lick Zartan? Damn, better stop doing that.
Zartan also turns purple in the sun, just like me.
Joining me here in the top row and complaining about our new Linktree emblem. Yeah. So if you're watching us on your TV at home, you want to know where to find us on social media and all that other cool stuff, just scan that thing with your phone. He's the former head of marketing for the G.I. Joe brand at Hasbro. He's the current, I forget your title at Voliverse, but whatever. You only have
operations manager.
You had the job like a week now, so I can't keep. I don't know what my job title is. I'm not gonna keep track of yours. It's Mark Weber, everybody.
Yeah. Next week I'll add my new title under my name so everybody can remember it. Thank goodness. This is how I started my last job at the display booth company. I worked for a week and then took a week off. And I just repeated that this week, running off to beautiful Bend, Oregon. So hopefully we'll have a better tenure here.
You don't want them getting too used to you.
Yeah, like come on now. I gave them a week. I gave them a little bit of the old razzle dazzle, and then I took it away from them.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Hopefully they noticed I was gone. I don't know, but yeah.
Josiah Alcorn asks, "What's up with the frogs?" I think that's a very cruel way to refer to our other host, from the host of Racktime, the former host of Racktime. It's Racktime Rob.
I am insulted.
No, the big news this week is happening on Leap Day.
Yeah.
So frogs for Leap Day. I am not the only one using frog banners and motifs for Leap Day. So
later on, I'm going to sit on a log in a swamp and sing Rainbow Connection, though.
Yeah, that is our closer tonight.
There's so many
songs about rainbows. Hey, Fuzzy.
We're going to have a really good show tonight.
Of course, from the Muppets Take New Orleans.
Hey, Fuzzy. Go ahead and check into the hotel. I'm going to head down and check out some of them whores.
Anyhow, he's going to feature tonight at the end of the program with a stirring solo of It's Not Easy Being Green. The host of A Real American Headcast, Aaron Moss, is with us tonight. Welcome aboard, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Maiden voyage on the big program. Appreciate you coming on.
Good to be somewhere off to doing work. So.
Oh my God. Oh, it's that kind of night. It's a punchy, slappy kind of night. So, Aaron, before we get too into this, man, to give us some background, tell us about your program.
Well, I've got my main show I do is G.I. Joe, a Real American Headcast. Basically, we look at the G.I. Joe cartoon and comic book from the 80s, early 90s. The comic written by Larry Hama, of course, and the TV show by Sunbow. Once that's done, we're going to look at the DEEK or DIC or however you want to pronounce it series. And then that's a monthly show. And then I also have a part of that show, I have Bravo Team, where we look at anything else G.I. Joe related. Right now, we're looking at every other month, we're looking at special missions because it started out as a bi-monthly. And then in about a year, it goes to a monthly. So then we'll be looking at it every month. And then in between, right now, we're looking at the order of battle. My original intention was to look at two issues per episode. Didn't work out that way. The first one, we got like half an issue done in like 2 hours. So I'm doing half an issue per episode now.
I kind of like that you're doing comic distribution as performance art. That's kind of
yes, yeah. And then I was doing still. In fact, I've got the last couple episodes to drop. The adventure continues where who's a Renegade Studios has the G.I. Joe role playing game.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of buddies was playing that, and I was releasing that as a podcast. But due to life, we had to stop that. So I'm up to the last couple episodes of that to release. And that'll be
we planned on that when they put that out. We had the bones of it together and just could never put it together. Too many moving parts, too many schedules going in strange directions.
Yeah, we did about 21 games, and then just the holidays came upon us and everyone got busy and jobs and life. So we're getting ready to restart it with a different group and a new universe. Now they've got the the Transformers and G.I. Joe combined. We're going to start doing it more like that, the Energon universe. So we'll see how that works out.
Dustin Jeffrey asks, "You were gone last week, Honcho? I mean, don't tell the Honcho you didn't notice he wasn't there. We know you were there, so don't tell him.
Yeah,
you didn't notice him being there.
Yeah, I was here wearing an Ace Allgood mask. Come on." I've been handling 12 inches longer than him. That's true, too. Hey!
Hey!
Is it too early to work blue? It's 9:13.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
You can curse on basic cable now.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Dude, I'm good. I came back from beautiful Bend, Oregon. I got my new Lava Bear shirt on the wall behind me. Look at that. Come on. I was back to the motherland. It was all good.
You need to show that one to us when it comes time. You need to bring that one up to the camera. We need to see the Lava Bear logo there.
On the front of it, it says Bend High Football. And the reason why is because obviously the soccer shirts were sold out. But this will do.
I mean, you're not around very often. You just got to kind of take what you can get.
Yeah, it's fine. Plenty of Mountain View shirts too. Nobody wants those. Just saying.
The Bend High School Pro Shop in Rhode Island does not get the best distribution.
Kind of limited. Yeah. West Coast always gets the stuff first anyway.
Yeah.
Man. I pre-ordered a soccer shirt from Target, but who knows?
Oh, sorry. It's just in. It's canceled.
Oh, son of a bitch. I should have known. That's why I am off target.
Oh, sorry. I made sure to get you the big sticker on that one too. So just to really extenuate the hey, look at Mark Webber's head in the middle of the Target logo.
Right. People think I only got the same old gags. That's not true. I got Off Target. I got Cyclops driving Wolverine up there. I got Captain America with an upgrade looking good. Come on now. It's all good.
Cap's do-rag from the third movie was really a piece of work.
Yeah.
Yes. Imagine Captain America, the redhead. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Captain America, the
costume night at the biker bar, huh?
I'm just saying, my own personal circumstance has changed lately. So if I want to rock a new head on my Cap figure every week, I can make that happen. Yeah.
That's a Cap's secret identity. There is a biker named Pork Chop.
That's right. Next week he might be Steelber Cap. We'll see.
Oh goodness, we've wasted enough of society's time, and it's
Nah.
chock full tonight.
No.
So what do you say
Never.
we roll into community calendar?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring back one of the classics for you, Mark, in honor of your return.
Love it.
Chicken nuggets, one thing. I mean, that's a C-note.
Community calendar.
The 405, it's jam!
She knows.
It's that time. I'm Joe Michael. I'm your host, Mike Irizarry.
I was expecting more rap show, but that's okay.
Right. I was hoping too that it was the one where he chases you around off screen, but I didn't. I just kind of hit a button and stuck with it. We're not here to be technically proficient tonight. We're just happy we made call.
I think we were here on time. I think that's the most you can ask for.
That's the important thing.
Anything else, you're just being greedy.
Right.
Day one, missed call.
Right. But anyways, coming up first, this on March 1, that is Friday?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Friday. Yeah,
Yep,
Friday.
Friday.
Renegade Con's 10th anniversary event is happening online. That is on their YouTube channel. They are showing off their Silent Interlude expansion to their deck building game. Also got the Cobra Ascendant expansion for Mission Critical. Those are happening at 3 p.m. Pacific. So if you're interested in the action games lineup from Renegade Game Studios, that's where you can go to find it. Again, Friday on YouTube. They've got their other stuff too. I think they start at noon Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern time. So again, the just about everything in the Renegade family is going to be represented somewhere, some way. So if you're interested in more of their stuff, it's there for you. It's all happening Friday, March 1 on the YouTubes. Aaron, you tuning in on that one?
Occasionally. Yeah, I was going to get into the deck building game, but yeah, I don't have any friends. So then I found out later on you can play it just by yourself. So I'm going to look into that. But, but like, yeah, I'm into the role playing game. But
All right, I'm proud of our cast for not jumping on the playing by yourself statement.
yeah, I threw it out there, and yeah,
I didn't miss it. That was a conscious let it go,
Right.
man. I just let that bounce above the rim, boing, boing, and I let it go.
Hey, we got to do this classy.
Something like that. But, classy.
I
Bearded
was happy.
Megazord is glad to see the original Staff Sergeant C-Nugs back. I mean, there's no. Granted, I mean, Deke Productions have taken over the community calendar intro vids, so he looks a little different now. But we've always got our memories. He's not gone for good. We have to go with where the animation contracts lay.
That's right.
different voice actor, different animation.
Right. It's all different now. I'm sure we will see the Deke Staff Sergeant C-Nugs at the end of the segment. I'm sure that'll happen. In fact, I'm looking at the buttons right now. I'm pretty confident. 99% chance that'll happen.
Welcome to the Deke Show.
Let me see if I've got the.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Do I have the overlay on that? No, I don't. I should have little Staff Sergeant C-Nugs because he's adorable.
Absolutely.
But instead, I just got this. That's all I have.
It's a different kind of meat.
Different.
Once again, doing it classy.
That's what we do here.
Reminds me of last weekend. Never mind. Anyways, can carry on.
Next up. Hey, happening the same this coming weekend. That's on the March the 2 and March the 3. New Jersey Collector Con in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, at the Scenic and Spacious Holiday Inn. You can get more information at histank.com, or you can find New Jersey Collectors Con on Facebook. You can see our buddy Carson Metaxas there holding his 38-pound book there on display. This is the last shot of Carson holding the book before he was put into traction.
Show off. Show off.
That's the truth. He's a little younger than us, so he's still got some muscle left. He's still got some cartilage in between his spinal discs, his spinal plates. So
he lived without help.
Right. Good on him.
That book's on a horizontal pole, and he's got it like under his armpit, right? That's what I think's going on there.
He's got a support harness. Just his legs are locked out.
It's just a cardboard mock-up.
He's got his Cody Rhodes weight belt on.
Right. Oh. Sean Russell notes that he is the voice actor for Deke Staff Sergeant C-Nugs. No, we've had you run those lines, but we're actually not using your voice. Too expensive.
We found a Canadian who could do it cheaper.
Yeah.
We just left him mute. Just left him mute.
A tragic hot mustard accident.
He opens his mouth and we just did a dog squeaky toy.
He don't talk. Why not? He don't say. Maybe the high point of the first G.I. Joe movie of Rise of Cobra.
Could be.
Yeah.
There were some okay moments in there.
It had a couple. I'll give you that.
I'm not gonna totally dismiss Rise of Cobra. There's some weird silliness there, but it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. It's not even the worst G.I. Joe movie I've ever seen.
Yeah. Fortunately, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There was a worse G.I. Joe movie than that one? There's only the two. I said there was only the two.
Aaron's getting
There's another one.
Throttling us.
I'm referring, of course, to the 1945 Burgess Meredith classic, The Story of G.I. No.
Nice.
I forgot about that one. Okay, there was three then. Never mind.
I still can't believe Akiko survived. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Spoiler, Mark.
We all lost money on that one. We all lost money on that one.
If you haven't seen it by now, you're probably actively avoiding it. So
Right. Right. We have a moratorium on the comic books of 2 weeks, and that's so I'm not giving a 3-year spoiler on a movie. I don't think so.
4.
Yeah.
Come on, it's streaming on Paramount, isn't it?
yeah. Something philosophically will keep me from ever buying Paramount Plus. Thank you very much.
They got the new Beavis and Buttheads, though.
The sewer app may taste like pumpkin pie, but I'll never know.
Your loss. Next up. Hey, happening this weekend, if you're in our neck of the woods, Geek Meet Indy, happening out at the Hendricks County 4-H Fairgrounds in Danville, Indiana. $5 gets you in the door. Kids 12 and under are free with a paid adult. That is running from 10 to 4. They got more details up on their Facebook page. Check out Geek Meet Indy. They do have a website. It's not terribly descriptive. I think they just have a poster on the website, which whatever. But they run this one a couple times a year. Rob and I went out to the one they did last fall. It was pretty good show. So if you're in or around the Indianapolis area, particularly out on the west side, give Geek Meet Indy a shot. Our buddy Aaron will be there from Roma Collectibles with the full booth, the whole kit and caboodle, foisting his wares on an unsuspecting public once again.
Mm-hmm. He is known for ware foisting.
He's good at it.
He's good at it.
Oh yeah,
he opened a store.
Yep.
Craig Cohan says that Sox should posthumously vote Staff Sergeant C-Nugs. As neither Sox nor Staff Sergeant C-Nugs is dead, I'm not sure how that statement should be done.
Isn't it Dr. Sox, as I recall?
It's Dr. Soxo, the rock and roll cat.
Yeah, I mean he didn't go to Cap finishing school for 8 years to be called Mr. Sox.
Well, it's also Mr. Sacco in reference to Mick Foley,
right?
His finishing move. He'll do either, but you got to get it right.
I thought his finishing move was to walk away from your foot and then come right back to it.
Meow, 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 Meow. 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 Meow.
Yeah, Craig, he thought Dr. Soxo had passed. No, Dr. Soxo is fine. That pampered brute, he's good.
That cat will outlive us all.
Right? Lord knows we'd that cat is I think my dad likes that cat more than he likes any of the rest of us at this point.
And he's the type of cat that looks like he's gonna go fight a baby kangaroo thinking it's a giant mouse.
Goodness. Yeah, no, Mr. Sacco, he's good. He's fine. He's healthy. He's got a ways to go. I think he's 7. So he's just hitting that age on the cat food bag that calls him a senior.
Right.
But he's still probably got, another 7 years. So whatever. Freaking moose. Anyway. TFCon, this is more in your neck of the woods, Aaron Moss.
Yeah, just south of me. Oh, I say just south, about 4 hours south.
Just south. Just a hair.
How would you get there from your place?
Who, me? I would go down the 99, probably to the I-5.
99 highways.
The 5 is jammed.
The 5 is jammed. So 99 highways, and you ain't got one.
Yeah, no, sure, I know. 99 goes south, but it ends down there somewhere.
Don't indulge their Californians habit.
Fine.
Anyways,
it's not personal. I got a box to check. So we're
there
good.
you go. Yeah. Check those boxes, buddy. Check them.
We're good to go now. Proceed.
Go home, Stuart.
But March 8th to 10th, that is at the Los Angeles Marriott in Burbank. Or rather, the Los Angeles Marriott Burbank Airport Hotel and Convention Center in Burbank. That's a mouthful. Tickets and information available to you at tfconla.com. This is kind of an expensive one, kind of a big one, so you want to make sure and check that out in advance. Biff McHonky Donk probably going to be there. It's a toy show in Los Angeles. He's usually at these things. Guests include Michael Bell, Greg Berger, Arthur Burghardt, Peter Cullen, Flint Dilley, Buzz Dixon, Dan Gilvezen, Morgan Lofting, Bill Ratner, Neil Ross, Frank Welker, and many more.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there are I couldn't fit everybody on there. It's a slew of folks who were involved with Transformers cartoons, and that means Sunbow, and that means lots of G.I. Joe crossover. So yeah, big show, TFCon, one of the bigger Transformer shows in the U.S. year after year. Andrew Gauguin says that I thought Dr. Soxo is based on Dr. Roxo from Metalocalypse. Well, yeah, of course he was, but we're going to apply the name wherever we can. Phil's in the audience tonight. He wants to go to TFCon LA and get a Frank Welker autograph. We'll have to see if it's in the cards. Well, you're almost out of time, Phil. It's next freaking weekend. Come on. Not this coming weekend, but the one after that. So piss or get off the pot.
Disneyland will be there on the 11th.
Right.
Phil, I got a Frank Welker autograph if you want to talk turkey. It's on a Slaughter's Marauders barbecue, but whatever.
Frank Welker's a busy man, Phil. He's not here to dither around with you not being able to make up your mind.
I also have Randy Jackson's autograph on a samurai sword. So you let me know. Name your price.
You also have Randy Jackson autograph on a Slaughter's Marauders barbecue.
That's true too.
That is also true.
I have an eclectic collection.
Randy Jackson was he was very giving that day. He had to sign a lot of stuff.
Yep. I have it on a low crawl vehicle box with nothing inside.
So not in your neighborhood, Aaron. You're not heading down that way.
I don't know. I said it's about a 4-hour drive down to LA where I'm at. So now just looking at tickets are only $55 for the weekend pass. So maybe
That's not too bad for a weekend show.
Yeah, for even just one day, it's like $30 for Saturday.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it's okay then.
if I got the extra cash, I might actually. Cause there's a lot of guys on there from GI Joe I would like to talk to. So that may be something I may have to look into.
That's if you say that we sent you to our buddy Bill Ratner, he'll probably smile and shake your hand. If you say we sent you to Arthur Burgard, he'll probably start telling you stories. And then the next day he'll probably call us.
To Morgan Lofting, she probably press charges. Oh
no, Morgan Lofting likes us. She won our trivia. She won our trivia game.
Oh, there you go.
She won Joe Parody. She remembered the most inane stuff from back when she was working on the program. She beat Zach Hoffman and Brian Cummings.
Yeah, I've talked to Zach, Buzz, and Bill on my show. So yeah, very nice.
Oh, the first person, the first butthole we meet that was a voice actor the next butthole we meet that was a voice actor will be the first. There we go. They've all been wonderful, regardless of what show it's been from. So, Jeff Butler says that's an amazing lineup of guests. I've never been close to a show like that, and that's saying something because I think he's in Oklahoma.
Just jump into one of their tornadoes. You'll be in LA before you know it.
He's not in Oklahoma. He's just funny to say.
By the way, I want to give a shout out to Phil Donnelly for sending me Facebook messages during the show because I'm not doing nothing, right?
Right.
That's why he's the honky donk, and I mean
right.
that in the best possible way.
Right.
And I agree with Jeff who says Flint and Dill's book, The Game Master, is great. I agree.
I have not read that one yet. I do want to get to I know Neil Ross's book. I wanted to see that one because I know he's got a bunch of old time radio stories as well. So, but I haven't had a chance to dive into it yet. But Phil's just upset because he can't share picks here. Well, that's not our problem, Phil. Maybe you should pick your time a little bit better. Maybe go for a time when we're not actively on the program to share pictures with us. Then maybe I can do something about it.
He was here just last week. You'd think he'd know how it works.
Yeah, maybe we'll have him on the show sometime, and then you can share his screen.
Why would we have him on the show?
I'm just saying it's possible.
One of these weekends you may be drunk and looking for somebody to talk to. You never know.
Then we call that roguish scoundrel Biff McConkey.
Right? We might be doing our live remote from Disneyland, and he's like hanging around photobombing in the background. It works. He's
probably being escorted out by security.
Right? They're dragging his belligerent ass off Mr. Toad's wild morphine ride again.
I know where you buried the first Pluto. I know all the secrets.
How come Goofy's got a car and a wife and a kid and Pluto eats off the floor? That ain't right.
It's all about personality.
We're only like 3 shows in on community calendar? This is
something like that.
He's hanging around wearing no pants, claiming to be Big Thunder Railroad. No.
Who hasn't done that?
You're on the other coast around, say, Washington, D.C. Awesome Con may be more your speed. That is happening at the Walter E. Washington Convention Center in Washington, D.C. You can see our good friend and current in-rumor co-host Joe Colton as a featured guest at Awesome Con. Also with Arthur Adams, Hayden Christensen, Rosario Dawson, Tom Kenny, Jeff Loeb, Michael Rosenbaum, Tom Welling, Midnight Wen, the Ritzlock, Wes Whitlock, and many, many more. Tickets and information available there at awesome-con.com. That's what the pros do, right? You mispronounce it 4 times and then you just move on without ever correcting it.
That's it.
Apologies to Hayden Christensen.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, we'll get it. Sub it in there. It's fine.
I didn't even hear what you said because I was focused on Ming Na Wen. Oh.
Don't lie, it was Tom Kenny.
Every year I get older and she gets less likely to be interested in me ever.
feel the same way about Rosario Dawson.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, it's one thing to play the, like the creep card.
Mm-hmm.
It's something else to play the depressing, making us all deal with our own mortality creep card.
No, I'm just
That's
saying. You remember on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when she all of a sudden had a love thing with Clark Gregg?
No, I'd stopped watching long before then.
Oh,
I watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after the first 5 episodes.
Big Now went out of nowhere. She's just like, I love this guy. And he was old and then, kind of dumpy and not real special. And I'm like, I got a shot here. Maybe I'm her type.
Maybe.
God knows the Jennifer Garner thing isn't working. So, all right.
No. I mean, you're even pretty tall. Like, you've got that over all those Hollywood guys. They're all like 5'2".
Is Affleck short?
I don't know. He's out of the picture, isn't he?
Apparently.
He's not in your way anymore.
That's true. He's got his hands full.
He's trying to get on the rap records with his Dunkin' Donuts themed rap groups. Greatest commercial this past Super Bowl, by the way. Absolutely the best.
Pretty slick.
There will be no arguments. Just so everybody knows, if we have hit a spot here where there's interference or say the feed gives out, Rob and I are sitting in the middle of the tornado warnings going across the Midwest tonight. So
if you no longer see us, we died.
Right. We're hoping the weather holds out for us, but maybe not.
And if that happens, I'm in charge and we'll be out by 10 p.m.
It might get sucked out by that window behind him. We'll know why.
Right. Don't
However, but in the Czech Republic.
Don't threaten me with a good time there, window.
Sucked out, sucked off, sucks out. Anyways.
If the tornado hits, it'll be the first time this show sucked on accident.
Go.
Hey.
So again, if you're around Washington, D.C., be sure to check out awesomecon.com for details on how to get tickets to the always great Awesome Con in Washington, D.C. Say hey to Joe Colton for us.
And go to Armand's Pizza. Really good.
We'll probably, we're able to say Joe Colton, we're able to say hey to her whatever we want to anyway. But say hey for us, just because we like making you do things.
Earn your keep.
Mark, do you feel better now with the little square not in your area at the moment?
I mean,
is that
it's not so much that it was there, right? It's that I wasn't even asked, right? Oh, I mean, it's like 12.5% of my overall screen.
Do you feel violated?
Well, I mean, look what's going on. Look, I lost half my display cabinet to Elizabeth's science project. I mean, come on now.
Look, that's your fault for having kids.
I'm a person. I have feelings. I mean, they're shallow, but they're there.
I got rid of mine a long time ago. They do me no good.
Yeah.
It's no help there. No help.
She's trying to see. It's the classic, same flowers, different food in the base. I keep spitting. I keep spitting in one of them as the variable. We'll see.
It's going to be weird if one of those plants starts sprouting red hair.
Yeah, right. About time I had some kind of redheaded offspring.
Can plants survive off of the shards of a G1 Megatron?
Speaking of redheaded offspring, I got this guy right. Yeah, the gun show.
Next
I hope that doesn't trigger anyone. Next news item.
Same weekend happened in parts south, down in Rolla. We've got that inside pitch promotion show at the Kerr Scott building. They are featuring toys, Pokemon, comics, and Hot Wheels. They are there Saturday 9 to 4, Sunday 10 to 4. $5 gets you in the door for one day, $8 for both. And, of course, free parking at all shows. You can get more information at InsidePitchPromo.com. we've got a review of one of the Inside Pitch shows later on in the program.
Ooh.
When we get to post sock.
And it's by former Yankee Jim Leyritz. Who knew?
No,
Okay.
that
No,
is not true. That is not true at all.
bummer.
Not in the least bit true. I don't know
Bummer.
where that even came from.
No cameo from Frito Leyritz.
Former Detroit Tiger John Walkenfuss with the Inside Pitch.
John Walkenfuss.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's pulling off of the Eternal Baseball Facebook feed to get us this time.
That was a good line. Good line today.
Oh my God. Do your hosts ever break down and start talking about obscure baseball stuff on your show, Aaron?
Not baseball, but other things. I got several hosts on there they'll start randomly talking about other things, and I'm not man enough to control the show, so it takes off on a wild tangent, and eventually we'll get back talking about G.I. Joe. But
So you got to be quicker on the button. You got to just take hosts out. When
I'm going to bed. Work in the morning.
just can't be shy of that button, man. You got to let them know.
there you go. That's what you need to learn to do.
Rob, you got to stop hanging out next to those Russian bots, man.
Yeah,
Sometimes
no.
you get the friendly fire.
I mean, you notice you haven't been banned from the show at any
Yes.
time. There was that one episode where Mark did have to run the board, and you did manage to not ban you that time.
Can't make my way through it.
Made it through alive.
I banned some renegade bicyclist or something. I don't know. How
No,
that
you didn't get him. I got him.
Oh, sorry.
Anyhow, next up. And of course, Toy Man happening a week from Sunday. That is for the fine folks in St. Louis, Missouri. Although if you're anywhere close, get yourself to Toy Man. It's worth the trip. That is in the 2-story Machinist Hall in Bridgeton. They fill it full of artists, cosplayers, crafts, guests, toy sellers, and much, much more. That is going from 9 to 2. $5 gets you in the door. Early bird gets you in at 8 o'clock, and that is $15. Parking is free and plentiful. As Mark said, he wants to go there and take up like 4 handicap spots in the Target next door.
Yeah.
And of course, if you see Dave Draper and give him a hug, that is worth 0% off at the door. So, yeah, and again, if you're anywhere close to St. Louis, it's worth the trip getting to Toy Man. It's not just a toy show; it's like a museum exhibit.
Plus, get yourself some Emo's pizza.
No, don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
It's got the Provel cheese.
No, don't do that.
Provel cheese food.
I would recommend Long John Silver's ahead of Emo's, and that's saying something right there.
That is something. Fast food fish.
Yeah. There's only one time I've ever recommended fast food fish, and I think that time is probably done as well. They changed the Arby's fish sandwich, man. It's not the same. It was delicious, and now it's just kind of there.
As I said, sewer rat may taste like pumpkin pie, but I never know.
I don't even know what that means, but sure.
Oh. So we'll have to catch up on this cool new movie called Pulp Fiction sometime.
Great movie.
I've seen it once, and it was some years ago, so I don't know what to tell you.
Time for a watch along. Stay tuned.
That's,
completely nonsensical Pulp Fiction watch along on. What's that going on?
Bear in mind, I'm the guy that played Careless Whisper on loop and got us demonetized for a week. So
right. Although no copyright strikes, thank God.
that's true.
But maybe it might be time to redo Delta Force, considering like I did that with Gary and Justin, and neither
You mean
of them
Megaforce?
Megaforce, I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Neither of them are around anymore. So maybe it's time to do Megaforce with Mark and Rob.
Yeah. You know what I have to say about that? That's right.
There are
Wait a
it's
minute.
not possible to make too many jokes about Barry Bostwick in a gold lame bodysuit.
Hold on. I gotta put my own flair on it. Ready? It's like, beer.
Oh,
That movie's not good.
My brother and I saw that in the theater together as like, what would I have been, like 9 or something?
maybe.
And we walked out of it. We were both like, man, that sucked. Like, even as a 9-year-old, you're like, that was god awful.
Yeah, it's not good. It, at least in its defense, it's at least so good. It's so bad. It's kind of enjoyable.
I mean, that motorcycle scene. Come on.
It's so bad that it's got some comedy value.
These not words.
Sadly, they used that theory on the script.
Right.
It came out in 1982, according to staff historian Andrew Gauguin.
So I was 8.
We missed the 40th anniversary.
I was 8. That's awesome. Even a second grader was cynical coming out of that. Like, oh man.
5th grade Mike Weber came out of there with his full mustache already in place.
Right.
Give it a big thumbs down.
Right.
Anytime I see people with really cool facial hair and I think of them as kids, I cannot remove the facial hair from them.
Right.
Like, it's just there. Anyways.
I remember my blog that week was titled Mega Farce with an unhappy face on it. Yeah.
Your blog?
I was caustic as a second grader, let me tell you.
You mean the family newsletter?
No, I got passed over as Superman for the school play, which I thought was, because of the red hair and all, but whatever.
I mean, Ginger Superman would kind of may induce panic.
Yeah, it's fine. I got to be George Washington though, so check that out. Bam.
They didn't give you Thomas Jefferson?
No, because I wore a big white wig. It didn't matter, right?
All right.
And Shara Derrick was Martha Washington, and she was fine. So, advantage me. And thanks for tuning into the R.E. Jewell Elementary Podcast.
Right. I'm really loath to go anywhere with that because I don't want to get on a list.
Yeah, it's fair.
In Mark's defense, that was also his first restraining order he had against him.
Yeah, probably.
But not the last.
It's a special place on the old Wall of Fame.
Right. Did I mention Ming Na Wen? Yes.
It's telling that it's still active, like it's still being kept up.
I'm going to Awesome Con, just 100 yards away.
Right.
And that's from Wes.
Right.
Right. Next up. Hey, that's it. That's it for Community Calendar. Remember, Community Calendar is brought to you by Roma Collectibles, the official traveling vintage toy retailer of What's on Joe Mind. When you're not catching them on the road, be sure to catch them in their home base in Springfield, Ohio. They are closed Monday and Tuesday, open 12 to 7 Wednesday through Saturday, 12 to 5 on Sunday. There we go. See, there's Aaron's playing the game. He knows. They are always buying. They are always selling. They are wheeling. They are dealing. It's Roma Collectibles. Check them out.
And as always, be careful. They bite.
They do bite. They do bite. Be careful. I think they are up on their shots.
They are building an unholy legion of the night to staff their store.
Them doing shots is not the same as being up on their shots.
Shit.
Two totally different things.
Look, they bring their own homemade booze to do shots, so we're happy when they're doing shots.
There you go.
We're thrilled when they're doing shots. That's the Roma Collectibles difference.
They pull up in an orange-red Charger.
That's it for Community Calendar. Community Calendar. Community Calendar. Community Calendar. Community Calendar.
On a bus, on a psychedelic trip, being put up for
Look at that little bastard. He's adorable.
How
Gosh,
did
talking about me
Billy,
again.
how did Billy Idol steal the Undertaker's druids? That's awesome.
Billy Idol probably had him first.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Undertaker was 1990, so Billy Idol was kicking around well before that.
Probably true. That's a good point.
Billy Idol was over by then.
House of Dagobah is out for the night. Workday starts early. Y'all have a good night. Mike and Rob, be safe in those storms. We'll be fine. We'll be all right. Worst thing that'll happen to us is the rest of you will get a gift from us cutting out early.
Best show ever.
Right. Quickest show on record, and it's not won't even have Mark Webber at the helm.
I had nothing to do with it. Totally innocent.
Dustin Jeffrey, did someone say homemade booze? I'm awake now. Well, I mean, you got to hang out with the Roma Collectibles gang for that. Got to hang out for them for that. That's what they do best. Well, it's not what they do best, but it's certainly something they do well. It's time for the news.
We got nothing.
That was quick.
Good night, everybody.
No, that's
Still
not
nothing.
at all. Not at all. First news item.
Do. That's enough.
All right. I didn't know it. It was kind of a pregnant pause. I wanted to make sure I wasn't stepping on you there.
No, I'm pacing myself.
All right. I know it was a long week off. We had to deal with Racktime Rob doing the news noises last week. It was a little unsteady, little touch and go. He did fine.
Got a recording deal.
I mean, I'm still the understudy. That makes him third string. So
Right. But your attendance record is pretty good, so he doesn't get a lot of opportunities.
yeah. No, and I've got all sorts of new musical flavor this week. It's gonna be a good show.
Anyways, a little self-serving news item will lead us off. I did some moonlighting this weekend, recorded an episode of the Who Would Win podcast with James Gavsey and our old friend Ray Stakanis from Knowing Is Half the Podcast. I am the guest judge for a fictional battle between Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel. That's what the Who Would Win podcast is all about, taking two characters from different universes, different realms, different planes of existence, and matching them in combat because it's not something you're going to see anywhere else. And they, of course, present their arguments in lawyerly fashion, and I deem winners. I am infallible in my judgment. That episode should drop tomorrow. They haven't told me exactly when, but it seems like Wednesday is the day that their show comes out every week. So be sure to give that a listen. You can find Who Would Win wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to listen and leave them a review. Let them know that being introduced to the What's on Joe Mind audience is the greatest thing that they could have ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, it's a pretty big deal. It's a big show. They have a large listenerhood. So jump on in there and help out with a review. Let them know that the What's on Joe Mind family of hosts is a good place to pull judges from.
Mm-hmm.
Racktime Rob, you ever listen to this one?
No, I haven't.
What good are you then?
Oh,
Not at all. I got nothing.
Aaron, how about you?
You know what? No, I have not. It sounds like an interesting podcast, but I haven't listened to any podcasts in a while just due to
I
life.
say you're making your own. You got like 7 of them.
mm-hmm.
Two of my own shows, and yeah, family and work, and yeah, I used to listen to a lot of podcasts, but yeah, I had kind of backed out of listening to work on them. And
To make sure that you're getting the right Who Would Win, there's like 7 different Who Would Wins. I think this is the only one that deals with comic book type stuff. So make sure you got the one with James Gavsey and Ray Stakanis. You remember Ray? We did a special edition with him, not last Thanksgiving, but the one before. He's very loud.
Mm-hmm.
Very loud. Mark Webber, any thoughts?
My favorite one was the one where that one Spider-Man fought the Batman from Earth 3. It was incredible. I'm dancing.
He did that on purpose. He
I
did
think
that
you
on
should do that just because the Batman from Earth 3 is Owlman.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, Owlman?
Oh,
Not only did you make your tired Spider-Man joke, you set Racktime Rob off on a fit of minutia.
well, I was in the negative zone or the phantom zone, I guess, either one. Did I actually hear someone say the Batman from Earth 3 is Owlman?
Correct.
Oh my God.
Earth 3 is like the evil mirror universe for
Yes.
DC,
Look,
where the Justice League is a group known as the Crime Syndicate.
we
Yes, I was
do
So the
thinking the same
heroes are
thing.
villains and the villains are heroes.
we do a weekly podcast about G.I. Joe, and that's the nerdiest thing I've ever heard in my life.
The only hero was Alexander Luthor.
Oh no. Or as Butthead would say, oh no.
I am at the height of my powers.
Andrew Galgan has shut us off to watch Shogun on Fox.
Oh man.
On FX, I'm sorry. I'm not going to tune into Shogun on FX because I know there's no Richard Chamberlain.
Yeah.
So anyways,
Oh look, he's back.
Right?
be sure to tune in to this week's Who Would Win podcast with James Gavsey, Ray Stacanis, and me. Yeah, I'm there. I make several attempts to act confused and give the winning vote to entities that are not involved in the fight whatsoever.
Like Earth 3 Batman.
Mm-hmm.
No, I go far more obscure than that. But I don't want to give any of it away, so we'll just we'll let that go.
Is that why you asked to borrow the Who's Who omnibus?
No, I can go plenty obscure on my own. Thank you very much. Just because I can't drop the depths of Racktime Rob level comic minutia does not mean I am not capable of far outpacing normal people
Yeah.
on comic minutia.
Who's the Batman from Earth 4?
I don't know.
Earth 4 was the Charlton hero, so there's no Batman.
Earth
I
4,
guess the closest thing would be the Blue Beetle.
Earth 4 was Charlton Heston? Is that what you said?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense.
It was the Planet of the Apes.
Get your paws off me, you damn dirty apes.
The Batman of Earth 4 was Dr. Zaius.
Somewhere on Earth 4, Batman is going, Silent apes are people.
Soylent Bananas, people. Apes. I don't know.
And then he goes,
Of course he does.
Dustin Jeffrey asks, is the Batman from Earth 87 Cyclops? And the answer to that is no, of course not. Cyclops would never be so cool as to be named a Batman.
right? If Batman on Earth 87 dreams he's Cyclops, you better wake up and apologize.
Yes, he should dream bigger.
Right? Ugh. Anyways, next news item.
That's it.
See, you wanted a long one, Big Mouth.
Yeah, I could have gone longer, but we were running a little late.
I didn't want a longer one. I thought he had a longer one.
Come on.
Clearly, I was just one off.
Let me check. I got more dukes in the chamber down here. So
Same thing she said. She wanted a longer one.
that's
Yeah.
exactly right.
Hey, you made it.
More news as it happens by David Gillis and Brian Hickey found that last day surge. Congratulations to our good friend Brian Hickey.
All right.
Co-author David Hickey. We get to see this one actually come up in print. So made it by about $100.
All right.
But that means that about 40 some percent of it happened on the last day.
That's
So
awesome.
thanks to everybody who pledged and made us bite our nails down to the nubs on this one. And I did a lot of extra PR for this one, so I feel like they really got the What's on Joe Mind push. Of course, I'm delusional and I'm aware of that, but I'm going with it anyway. But yes, congratulations to David and Brian.
If you funded it at the last second, you got the What's on Joe Mind push. If you
That's right.
didn't, your Kickstarter just sucked, and there was nothing we could do about it. That's how.
That's right. And of course, since this is a Kickstarter, we have to give it this special tag.
Yeah.
That's right.
How long is that? 4.1 seconds?
That is 3.9 seconds. Yes.
Winner.
3.9. We are nowhere close to 6 seconds. Bam.
Suck it, Motley Crue.
They might. You don't know where they've been.
That's
Yeah,
a
could
good
be.
point.
I think they're trying to live a little cleaner these days, so it's something about perpetually having a headache and a crotch itch.
I almost
Anyways.
said poison. I don't know if anybody would have called me out, but probably.
Yeah, we would have had to. I'm not a huge metal fan, but yeah, I'd have to call you out on that one.
Yeah. Is Motley Crue metal?
Yeah, I mean, they kind of bridge that hair metal to heavy metal.
Yeah.
Like if you called them one or the other, it really doesn't matter. They kind of fit in both.
If they're
real-
metal, they're like tinfoil or
Yeah,
aluminum.
like the real metal heads don't really rock out that hard with them, but it's not totally out of the. Anyways,
Hey, can we-
congratulations, David and Brian.
Can we ban Better Ray Bob while we're at it? Trying to take one of my jobs. Son of a bitch.
Have you guys thought about getting an electronic Simon to replace Mark making the in-between news story sound? Oh, no, of course not. No, absolutely not.
Hey, Better Ray Bob, walk east till your hat floats.
Oh,
You know how long I had to angle for that job? Come on now.
right. He had to
He had to arrange a birth. Everything.
right. He had to pay off Wes to get Joe pregnant to get
Yeah,
that.
it took a miracle. It took a miracle baby for me to get this gig.
Right. He
And
put
by
50.
By
He
the
paid
way,
him $50 for that.
I don't know if I've ever had a job this long. So back off.
Speaking of which, next news item.
Let's see. Do 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 do. Okay. All right. How am I going to compete with that? Come on now.
But also for the world of Kickstarter, hey, the history of G.I. Joe number 21 is chugging right along. That is our friends at After Action Report putting that one together. That is a Josh Eggabeen joint with help from Roger Taft. Hey, Rack Time Rob, can you give us an up-to-the-moment status on this one? I know they were, last I checked was a couple days ago, they were something like 95% of the way there.
Oh, you didn't get the email a couple days ago then?
I did not.
They have 137 backers. They have $10,748 against a goal of 8,000. They are funded.
All right, so it is signed, sealed, delivered, and finished. Well, not finished. It's still going to be open until March 8th. You have time to get your pledge in, get your copy. They have other pledge tiers available where you can pick up some of the previous books that they've put together, all about the history and cataloging of G.I. Joe comics. So be sure to check that out. Head over to Kickstarter.com. Type in After Action Report. Type in History of G.I. Joe. You can type in any number of things connected to this, and it'll all pull up this campaign. That Kickstarter search engine's a pretty good one. So be sure to check that one out if you haven't already. Aaron Moss, have you been in on the After Action Report books yet?
No, I have not. I thought about it. It's just money's been tight right now, so I haven't gotten any of that right now.
All right. I would say sell a grandkid.
I've tried. My son got upset.
Sell him too.
Solves that
I
problem.
thought already he came back home. Sold him twice so far.
Well,
Yeah, no.
homing instincts are strong in that one. I suppose that's a point of pride.
I don't know about pride, but especially trying to get rid of the damn kid. I mean,
Hey, I heard you missed us. We're back. Yeah.
You guys all heard. You guys all heard where I turned back and tried to make it sound like it was a good thing, and he just kept going, right? You heard
yeah,
this?
that's what I do.
All right. Just checking. So when they come to take me away, I want to make sure I got witnesses.
They're coming to take me away. Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, one of these days it'll happen. We hit 13 years come this Arbor Day, man. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time.
And
Pardon me.
after that,
I can't see anything, so I got to clean my glasses.
All new stuff after Arbor Day. Wait till you see it. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get a new background, I guess.
The week after Arbor Day, people are going to tune in. It's going to be Zac Efron and the Hemsworth brothers.
And Electronic Simon.
And Electronic
Simon.
I can get Shipwreck humping the side of beef as our background.
Ooh.
But it doesn't do a whole lot of good with us in front of it. So I mean, that's about the best we can do. We can have fun with the green screen, I guess.
That's actually dirtier.
You're not sure what's going on.
Hello.
I mean, it's our 2-bit slime show. You have a pretty good idea.
Sadly.
So congratulations, Joss and Roger. Sorry, I've fallen off. This is not a good week for Mike to be caught up on emails, so you have to forgive me on that one. It's been a little crazy. Next news item.
Dude.
Do you have a playlist written down, or
No,
are you just going?
I'm just riffing.
All right.
That's why you got Jump after the University of Michigan fight song. This one goes out to all my homies at the Ohio State University.
Anyways, the Wrath of Cobra video game has put out another official trailer. It looks a lot like the first one, so obviously we're not too concerned in playing footage from it here. We figure you can go check it out on the IGN YouTube channel, and let us know what you think. It's only about 2 minutes long. You get to see Duke punching a hiss tank. It looks a lot like the previous trailer does, but I think the news of it was more that I think they've opened up pre-orders. It's available for Nintendo Switch and on PC at I think it's Steam. Anyways, you can they have all the details on that in the comments section on that IGN trailer. So go ahead and check it out and watch Duke punch that tank and cheer him on. Aaron, you have a Switch or a PC?
We have a Switch and a PC, so I may have to get this for the Switch.
I will have to commandeer Rob's PC.
There you go.
To play as Duke punching a hiss tank. I mean, it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up. So I'm teasing, but what else are you gonna do? It's fun to watch punch tanks.
Yes.
Mark Weber, you in on this one?
As long as I can do the double dragon back elbow, I'm in.
I mean, probably
nothing stops that, right?
It looks like I think Ripcord is just a reskin of the double dragon guys. So
I'm good with that then. As long as I can grab a guy by the ears and use the knee to do the badubada thing, badubada, and then throw him, I'm ready.
I mean, either that or he's Buzz from Bad Dudes.
Oh, I love Bad Dudes and Rival Turf. Great game.
Yeah.
The best.
Right? I think you could go through that whole game on a single life. It was like impossible.
It was pretty easy. Yeah.
You're pretty much Cody Rhodes the whole time.
Yeah, because you'd take a lot of damage, but then everybody you beat up would spit out health for you.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're just marching along. You keep moving and good things happen. It's a lot like life.
Bad Dudes.
Bad Dudes.
I'll be playing that and Narc. What a great game.
We've got we're going deep on the obscure list today.
Bowling alley favorites with Mike and Mark.
That's it. And Matt Mania. Oh.
No, the Bad Dudes was a Andrew LaFollette's Basement Sega favorite. We would alternate between Bad Dudes and then whatever NBA game was out at the time, be it Bulls versus Blazers or whatever official NBA one that came after it. The first couple games on the Sega only had the playoff teams from the previous season.
Oof,
So you only play as half the league.
it's kind of rough. I forgot
But
that.
at least it was the good half.
True,
It wasn't, you
at
know,
least the good half, but it was
It wasn't Kings of the Draft Lottery.
games like that. For me, it was always more fun to take a bad team and beat a good team with them, though. I wanted to play as those terrible Dallas Mavericks teams
Right.
and just, shoot down the Bulls with Mikey Uzzolino at point guard.
You wanted Benoit Benjamin to get his first triple-double ever. Come on,
Right.
man.
Right. I wanted to see Kevin Duckworth get underrated player, mind you, but
I saw a
hey,
lot
man,
of Duckworth.
he had a couple of seasons where he went for 20 and 10 a night.
Yeah, and the Blazers had a championship level team with Duckworth at center and Arvydas Sabonis getting drunk in Russia. Come on.
Look, that wasn't his fault.
It was his fault. They owned his rights. Just saying.
Well, yeah, but they didn't let him. It wasn't Kevin Duckworth's fault.
No, it was Arvydas Sabonis' fault. Just saying.
I don't know. You didn't really cross the Soviets at that point.
I guess that's true. Some guys did.
Yeah.
Defect. Have some balls. We need a title in Portland.
He showed up when he could, man.
Yeah, by then the knees were gone and he was totally punch drunk. But what I mean, that's still kind of effective. So that made Blazer fans be like, you should have been here a decade ago, you Russian bastard.
Still pretty damn good.
Yeah.
It was a paper tiger, a dying empire. He could have gotten out.
Saying.
Look, all I'm saying is you're not bitter, and that's what's important.
Fair enough. If I'm distracted, it's just because I'm thinking of my next musical interlude.
Jeff Butler's throwing out River City Ransom. That was another good one.
Not bad.
That was another good. That was from our Super Nintendo run.
Yeah, I'll see you, River City Ransom, and raise you a super dodgeball. Holy, that was a great game. Sometimes you'd hit a son of a bitch so hard he'd fly off one side and around the other. Oh.
Wow. It's like combat on the Atari.
It was
Right.
a good game. Yeah, it was an 8-bit Nintendo. Big time.
Shoot him so bad that they quit spinning on the other side of the screen.
That's awesome. Or in Ring King, once in a while, you could beat a guy with an uppercut and you just go up and never come down. That's awesome.
He's stuck in the rafters,
They had the opening guy wasn't Glass Joe in Ring King. His name was Brown Pants. And I've only figured that out 10 years later. Oh, Brown Pants.
This is all just going to get me looking at emulators for the Macintosh again.
Absolutely, man.
There really aren't any good ones. So
Look, I know y'all tuned in here for your Batman the Animated Series fix, right? But we're going a little sideways.
next news item.
Oh man, I blanked on it. Oh,
Wow. Aha. They're litigious.
Love, okay.
All right. Coming this week from Skybound, Duke number 3 of 5. That is writing by Josh Williamson, pencils by Tom Riley and Jordy Belair. It is rated sultry.
Ooh.
And again, available tomorrow. Because when the Baroness is on the cover with that look in her eye, how can you rate it anything else?
Right.
It is rated sultry.
Duke's
Very
got
much
his
so.
shoulder going though. But look, Duke, if you're gonna be on the cover of a comic facing away, you have to turn your torso a little bit more so we can see your chest and your butt. That's how it works.
Well, I mean, maybe he is the guy after all. The double standard is there for him.
I'm just saying. If you have a brutal chest cut, you may as well use it for maximum articulation.
Aaron Moss,
Yes, sir.
we don't hear from you very often, so why don't you let us know, what do you think of the Energon universe so far?
As I've said previously on my shows, I'm not a huge fan of the Transformers and G.I. Joe crossovers, but I'm loving what they're doing so far. Yeah, I'm
You
loving
know-
the Transformers. I'm loving the Duke. I'm loving the Cobra Commander book. So I'm definitely in for it.
Same here. I really went into this apprehensive,
Yes.
and they have been a pleasant surprise at almost every opportunity. Duke has been my favorite of the 3 titles. It's just been straight action to this point, and I love it, and I'm here for it.
So I'm liking Cobra Commander, what they're doing with the whole. I want to be spoilers or not, but it's been a month or so since the first one came out. So yeah, I'm loving.
The second issue is 2 weeks old at this point. Wait, we're fine.
Yes. So
It came out
I'm
last
loving.
week.
Okay, so
I'm
so
loving
maybe
what they're
pull
doing
back
with
on issue 2, but go ahead.
the whole Cobra Law. I mean, yeah, I know a lot of people gave G.I. Joe the movie crap because of Cobra Law. As I've said, I mean, when they're saying that's too far for G.I. Joe, I'm like, well, when you got the cartoon dealing, Teletubbies, the Fatal Fluffies, and giant germs and all this other crap, and iceberg turning into a whale is a country or a hidden village of snake people really that far off the track. So I actually like Cobra Law, and I'm liking it showing up in the new Energon universe. I'm excited for it. So
Lots of people love Cobra Law, right? Lots of people like country music too, though. So
how dare you, sir? How dare you?
see what I did there? I'll flip you.
I see what you did.
Cheapest Big Spender asks, why does Duke look like a rock and roll? Because he's on the run and hasn't gotten a haircut. Rock and roll has been in the book to look like rock and roll, though, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure Duke will return to his clean cut ways when he's not
his high and tight.
Yeah, he's on the run from the United States government at this point. Grooming is not the biggest thing.
Right. Meanwhile, the Baroness has been in a prison and she's got a festive new do.
Look,
the Baroness.
She's the Baroness, man. Don't ask.
There's a hairdresser in the prison.
I would have thought she would have got like really fat, like 300 bills in prison, but that's just me.
Because that prison food, that's what it's designed to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody loads up on prison chow.
That's
right.
what I'm talking about.
Everybody can't get enough.
It's a
You
good
guys have been
idea.
in different prisons than I've been in. I mean,
Right.
You're lucky if you don't get cholera.
We'll do Fat Baroness. It'll be great.
give them time.
Yeah. Oh no, almost came to a comic near you.
Yeah. Mark's got some stories. Remember, he was head of marketing for the G.I. Joe brand. He can tell you about some things. Perhaps you'd like to book him on your show.
Oh,
I was gonna say I may need to. We're done here. I'm gonna have to talk to Mark and
yeah.
See,
I'm not hard. I'm 6'2", albino and redheaded. I ain't hard to find. And it's it's only like 30 seconds before AbsorbVids has that downloaded and cut nicely.
right? That's happening.
Whatever. I'm quotable. What can I do?
This one is coming your way tomorrow. I have already received the call from my local comic shop telling me to pick it up within 2 weeks or they'll cancel my pull list again.
What?
Yeah, apparently there's new management at the local comic shop, and I'm already on the short list of people that he's trying to avoid because he already canceled my pull list once, and I went in and I was very nice to the people who were not him.
Right.
In regards to getting that pull list reestablished and getting them to find the books that they had returned to the shelf and been purchased, and they were excellent. But again, I hold no grudges to the folks who work there under the management of a dimwit.
stupid manager.
Right, I understand what that is. I've had to do that myself, so I'm never gonna shoot the messenger, right? But it got to the point. Last time I was in was a couple of weeks ago. Rob picked up my books last week. I was in a couple of weeks ago, and the manager saw me come in and closed the door to the office. So it's
shit.
Oh, I felt good. I like you have power at that point. It feels good.
Yeah, you made another human being a prisoner of his own bad choices.
Right, and I didn't even have to raise my voice to do it.
No,
Jake Rose asks, "Is there only one comic shop there?" No, there's several. I mean, it's Indianapolis. It's it's a fairly large Midwestern city here. But the fact of the matter is, there's another. I used to work for one of the other ones. That's a chain, and they fired me without notice. So I'm not real big on going and giving them money at this point. Granted, that was some years ago, but I never got so much as a call to say, "Hey, you're fired." So I'm not going to certainly make the first move in that regard. So my options are getting more and more limited by the day, it seems. Right. And all I'm trying to do is buy some comic books. There's a whopping 4 books on my pull list. 4. I could leave it there for a year and they wouldn't notice. 4 books. So yeah. Cheapest Big Spender asks, you didn't notice that they were going to fire you? No, because what I used to do, it was my 3rd job, right? I used to go in and work 5 hours on Sunday at one of their stores. And then one Sunday I showed up at they were open 12 to 5. And so I used to get there about 10 till. And I showed up at 10 till and there was already somebody else there.
Sounds like my first marriage. Hey!
When that happens.
And
my daughter's head just whipped around across the room.
What?
It's a gag.
And so I was like, hey, what are you doing behind the counter at the register?
Right.
And they said, oh, well, so-and-so said that this was going to be my shift going forward. Okay. Sure thing. I still have the key to the front door. So unless they've changed the locks, I could just walk by, unlock it, and walk away, set their alarms off. But I doubt they've been that proactive about it, to be honest with you. I probably could. And it's been a long time now. It's been probably 15 years at this point.
That's where we'll do our Megaforce watch-along party from.
Right.
There you go.
Right there at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning.
Right. Every weekend, every Sunday, there used to be a group that would get together and play the WWE trading card game. And they were the closest thing I had to regulars on Sunday. Because let me tell you, working Sunday at the comic book store, no, just if there's any other day you can work that day instead. Because Sunday is the mishmash of folks that don't have anything else to do or anyone else to talk to. Like, it's really bad when you are the coolest person you meet in the course of the day. And that is what Sunday in the comic book store is all about. You are the coolest person you're going to meet that day. And I'm not that high on myself, guys. I'm really not.
I know the feeling.
Oh my God. No, there used to be the guy who would come in on Sunday because there was never really much of a crowd at the counter. And that was the day he could get all the furry books out of his pull box. And then he proceeded to talk to me about them like I was interested.
And it can't go anywhere.
No, it got to the point where I was like, look, dude, I don't care. I mean, those are the words that just had to be said. It's like, I appreciate that maybe you don't have a whole lot of people to talk about this with.
But I'm still not one of them.
I'm not one of them either. I could not possibly care less. You do you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not, if this is what you like, this is what you like. And I'm not here to stop you from liking that because it's putting money in my register. But I don't want to hear it. I don't care.
You can
Mike,
say,
why are you adding on your show?
Right. You could say, I'm literally getting paid to listen to you, and it's not enough.
Yeah, that wouldn't set in. Yeah, it wasn't good. Yeah, Viper Scout tipping that he buys comics on set. Don't say that after I tell that story. Come on, man. Timing.
It may have been Viper Scout you were talking to.
My favorite local comic shop ever was Atomic Comics in Phoenix. And right before they closed, unfortunately, they had a bit where your pull box, if you signed up for it, your pull box got charged to you Wednesday morning, right? Charged to your card on file, and you got 15% off every comic if you wanted to subscribe to that, but they got your money right away. Yeah. And then you just came by and picked it up, and it was prepaid, and off you went. So they actually would open early for pull box subscribers to get their comics before the shop even opened. Just come by, pick them up. They're prepaid, off you go. Like, come on. We need more shops like that.
Yes.
Wish they were still open. But they're in the movie Kick-Ass, if you want to check them out.
All right. All right. There you go.
I'll have to rewatch that.
There you go. Atomic Comics.
I saw that one once.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I can't say I'm going back.
Yeah.
Can't say I'm tuning in for the sequel either. I just no thanks. Anyway, where were we? Duke number 3 coming out tomorrow. Be sure to hit up your local store.
Where were we? Yeah, don't man.
That's
Like
rated
Zaymont said, it's a great cover. The cover looks great.
Rated S for sultry. Next news item. All right. Little man. Hey, this one broke today thanks to the surveillance port for the heads up. Walmart Collector Con is going to be happening next month. They've got sneak previews starting on March the 7th.
No.
And then Collector Con happens itself on the 14th and the 15th.
Nope.
And then they'll cancel your orders probably around the 20th, 21st.
Yes.
But this image off Walmart.com. Aaron Moss, what do you think we'll see at Walmart Collector Con next month?
Probably more than you'll actually see on the shelves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't miss a
I checked my local Walmart, and yeah, they've got shelves full of the carded Baroness and Lady J.
Oh, you too, huh? I thought we had all those.
No, I've got the other half here. But that's
Okay.
that, and then we got some shipwrecks. But
Yeah.
finding anything else is an act of Congress and God combined. So, whatever they show on the Collector Con, don't expect on the shelves. Just my own personal experience.
Rack Time Rob, what do you think Walmart's got in store for us?
Maybe more Night Force. I don't know.
Mark Weber?
Let me just say this. Since when does Hasbro Pulse get to put up the Walmart exclusive Zartan and Storm Shadow carded figures before Walmart even fulfills their pre-orders on them?
Oh,
Isn't that some bullshit right there?
don't get me started on pre-order.
You would think.
That's some bullshit right there, man.
You would think. Yeah, I think that is very much in that neighborhood, yes.
I think that's more on Walmart.
Not that I would call out a retailer from our bully pulpit, but that thing's been pending for, 11 months? Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah. I'm
not holding out a lot of hope for Collector Con. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, Walmart exclusives don't
get to Walmart.
Not very often, no. I think once on Facebook I saw a picture of some of that what's his name, Wolf Spider on pegs at Walmart, and I was amazed because it was like, where is this mythical Walmart?
Right, really.
Look, I don't complain about retailers except for one basic thing, right? If you run a pre-order, there's no way to screw that up unless you're a moron. Let us know if you want to buy this thing. Ooh, I want it. Here's my money. Okay, cool. Now all you have to do is send the thing and make the money. It ain't that hard.
Right.
Well, considering Hasbro always runs, they run out of pre-orders. That's money if someone's pre-ordering, that's money in your pocket, and they're like, "Oh, we have enough money. You go and keep your money. Right. We're not going to make any more."
Look, I'll be very
bitched about.
I'll be very honest with you with one bright, shining example. Hasbro's not always about making money.
Apparently.
Sometimes.
Apparently.
Sometimes.
Look at their quarterly report last week.
That's a good point.
I think they're allergic to it.
They're kind of out of the habit. But yeah.
Right.
That's
I
what
think honestly, I think this is where that Mad Marauders Slaughter and the 2-pack. I think this is where they turn up.
Probably.
Fine, great. I don't have to worry about them then.
Right. Same here. I'm not necessarily worried about them regardless, but I think this is where they happen.
Or
If they exist.
as I like to call it, my favorite game show, Who Wants to Buy a Lowlight? Right? That spirit's kind of slick. But especially with his new side chick. But
Brian King says when you order 2 Crimson Guards and they send you 2 dusty gung-hos.
on bent cards in an envelope.
Yeah.
Nothing beats Rob getting a box with nothing in it.
Shit.
That's awesome.
Right. It was during a time when everybody was getting their carded figures sent to them in padded envelopes. Rob gets a box and it's empty. I mean, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. But anyways, that's what I think's happening at Walmart CollectorCon. We'll see. Hey, March 7th, we'll start seeing some pictures. So we'll know what's up then. Next news item.
Do-do-do.
And then finally, we've got tonight's main event. We've got the Hasbro Pulse fan stream happening at 11 Eastern on Thursday. That is the 29th of February, Leap Day. And you can see there they've got a backdrop of some jungle. We got some heavy Dreadnought action going on. Aaron Moss, I'll come back to you again since you're our guest.
Yes.
Where are we going? What are we going to see on February 29th?
Hopefully something good. But again, they're going to have some pre-orders. They're going to run out of pre-order sales quickly, which I still don't understand. That's another story entirely. Judging from the background, probably some more Night Force or Python Patrol or possibly the Tiger Force, the other one I'm trying to think of. Tiger Force repaints of other stuff they've already released.
Rack time, Rob, what you got?
I think we'll see the pre-orders for the digital renders that we saw a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Same. Mark Weber?
I think we'll see some magnificent son of a bitch in the comment section typing, "Where's Mark?" That's what I think we could see. And it will make my heart go pitter-patter.
Well, I'll be working and training at that time, so I won't be able to do it. But
Right.
there I could.
It's always a surprise, but literally, it always makes me smile.
Yeah, it's never anybody we know, or not offhand anyway. Maybe we know them, but we certainly don't know their screen name.
Maybe it's one of the 1,000 people out there who signed the petition. I don't know.
But those digital renders from earlier in the month, they did include Torch and they did include Naugahyde, so I'm pretty sure that's enough to swing a motif to Dreadnoks if you're going to be putting up pre-orders for 5, 6, 7 figures.
Zanzibar or we riot.
Just all about getting one of those classified air skiffs.
Yeah.
That's everybody's to-do list. Air skiff flag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In that order.
Order.
And 1 year from now, Python Patrol air skiff.
I'm still not sure why I bought this thing. I still don't know.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for you there, Mike.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know.
That's a sealed box too, right? No window? Because when you open it up, guess who's flying that trouble bubble? Slaughter's Marauders Barbecue.
Probably.
Yeah. Or Headless John Cena. It's weird.
Headless John Cena.
Yeah. Stone Cold Steve Leonardo. Yeah.
Right.
So weird in there.
You know it's an Eternals figure.
Oh, it's Icarus. Or Gilgamesh.
Oh, but I don't think there's going to be anything too earth-shattering. But you know something? They do always manage to find something to surprise us, so maybe I'm wrong. But there were a lot of digital renders. There was 7 figures that they showed digital renders for at the beginning of the month. So it would really surprise me if they did more than that. But, you know, it's been...
We might get some name reveals.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure of that.
Yeah.
But it's been 3 months since they've tried to collect any G.I. Joe money from us, so you never know. I could be wrong.
Thank God, right? Because last year was hard.
Yeah. Tell you what, earlier this week I got stuck buying new tires. So yeah, just bad timing.
So I'm saying they do have a torch. I'm pre-ordering that one.
Dude, that is one of the unhappiest places on earth is the tire store, right? Because 90% of the people in there weren't planning on dropping $100 or a couple $100 there that day.
Yeah.
And then 10% of them are like idiot 17-year-olds looking for $1,000 rims for their $800 car.
I had all of the former and none of the latter.
Oh,
and everybody was because I live in the poor part of a kind of well-to-do suburb. Everybody was way too important to be there, and I wanted to punch everyone in the place.
It is kind of the melting pot, like personal finance class in high school, where you see kids you've never met before, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody's got to go. Everybody's in there sooner or later. So
it's like homeroom, right? Everybody, for some reason, this one alphabetical class that you're in once a quarter. Anyways.
Anywho.
So Eddie, real quick, while we're here, like we're gonna go ahead and make this more exciting than it actually has any right to be. And to that effect, we're gonna go back to an old friend. Aaron Moss, give us a reckless hot take. Air skiff, it's happening.
I have the Python Patrol Trouble Bubble just because it's Trouble Bubble. Oh, yeah, I don't think we're going to get an air skiff because again, that'd make Hasbro money, and they're allergic to it. They give us very few vehicles, and they give us very few what we want because again, we're saying here's my money, and they're like, oh no, we're going to lay some people off instead. We're fine.
We've already saved that part of the budget.
But yeah, that's
no reckless hot take.
Not right now. I mean, other than I think Hasbro. I'm addicted to their stuff, but I think they're stupid. But yeah, I guess that's not really a hot take.
Right. It's one of those where we sit in a strange boat on our program because like we don't have any bones with the design team.
Right.
I think if it was up to the folks that are put out there as Hasbro on all these live streams, they would try to sell us everything under the sun in a 6-inch scale that is entirely possible. We'd still be getting O-rings from those folks because they wanted to do them. And they get told by the bean counters up top what they can and can't do. And those are the folks we don't like at all.
No, I agree.
So I always want to make sure and tell folks that we're not mad at Lenny, Tony, and Emily. They are not the people that we are angry with in this equation. We love those three. They're
doing a job, and they're doing a great job what they do. It's their bosses and their bosses that are
right. That don't.
Idiots.
I work with Lenny and Tony, right? Lenny and Tony are awesome.
Yeah, they don't take G.I. Joe seriously. And despite its success over these last 4 or 5 years, there's still no animation. There's still no move to mass media past the comics. There's still no branching out past redoing everything we got in the 80s and 90s as
that's
classified.
What I've been bitching about is they've got a lot of their stuff, and I see Chad's in the chat. Hey Chad, what's going on, buddy? That's one thing. Me and Chad's talked about that on my Bravo team show. That they're aiming their stuff at people like us, and no offense to any of you guys, but we're gonna die eventually, sooner than later.
Speak for yourself.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna dive in. I'm gonna die pretty soon. In fact, what time is it? So, gotta speed this up. I might die any second now. No,
I'm dead already.
we're gonna die. You know, we're gonna die sooner or later, and they're aiming towards us. And who's gonna take our place? I mean, they're not. They need to have cartoons aimed at the younger audience to get them into it, and have figures at Walmart. I say Toys R Us. How old I am. But hey, at Walmart and Target and these other toy places aimed at a younger audience, because I'm not going to buy my 9-year-old a $30 figure for him to tear up next week.
Right.
Where they need to have, cartoons and toys aimed at the younger audience to get them in, because that's when we were buying when we were kids. They were $1.99, $2, whatever, $2.50 for the figures, $3, whatever it was for the figures back then.
Something like that.
And and they had the cartoon, and we were all into it. Now, what do the kids have to get into G.I. Joe? Just us saying, well, here's our toys, but carefully, I paid $30 for this figure, so don't break it. But
I mean, what do they have to get into G.I. Joe? They have a 30-year-old cartoon.
40-year-old
cartoon.
Yeah, no, it's and for what it is, we talk about the cartoon on my show, and again, the cartoon's goofy and ridiculous at points, but again, we love it because a lot of us got into G.I. Joe on the cartoon.
Right. Look, I'll defend the Sunbow cartoon till my dying day.
Yes.
It's silly and the plots are totally out of left field and it's goofy, but in terms of writing characters, that's a masterclass in regards to daytime television, right?
Yes.
Those characters are consistent, they're well-rounded, they're well-acted. No notes as far as characters on the old G.I. Joe Sunbow cartoon.
Yes.
Ragtime Rob, give us a reckless hot take.
All right. The next wave will be, let's see, Ice Cream Soldier, Bomb Strike, Mainframe,
okay,
Interrogator, and Norman Lear.
Yes, I like it.
All right, Mark, the world's biggest Norman Lear fan, he's in.
No.
Mark Weber.
I've just never heard anybody else advocate for Interrogator before. It's a big moment.
Give us a reckless hot take.
Thunder in the Armadillo, because we need more redheads. Not that it made sense, but they're not making a Slugger. Come on. And or a Stratoviper with the Cobra Claw.
That would be cool.
Out of nowhere. That one doesn't make sense either, but we're not getting the Night Raven. So the Stratoviper was badass, right? Come on now. Yeah. So even if it comes with a dinky claw, I'm down with it.
Yeah, I'd buy that.
Yeah.
I'd buy that.
No offense, Aaron, but you just held up a Python Patrol trouble bubble.
Yeah, it's a trouble bubble. My defense.
It's a low bar. That's a low bar, my friend.
Yes, it is.
And now for my own reckless hot take. We're getting a flag. That's right.
Oh, there you go.
It's about time.
Reckless hot takes here on What's on Joe Mind.
Yes. None of that will happen.
It's a Night Force flag, though. It's going to be good.
Mad Waters flag.
Night Force Keel Hall.
And, of course, Tiger Force toll booth.
It's only going to cost $10,000.
The exclusive ever Tiger Force toll booth.
Yeah.
It'll all be HasLab. It'll happen. It'll be fine.
We're gonna have to give up on that dream at some point and advance it to Sky Patrol toll booth. Yeah.
Jeff Butler, reckless hot take. Deluxe clean sweep will be the hottest seller of 2024. If you have a reckless hot take, don't put it on the live chat. Put it in the comments down below. Leave that one up there for all antiquity, and we will rate your reckless hot take. If provided you get us in there somewhere in the next week, we will absolutely get in and rate your reckless hot take. So leave it in the comment down below.
I like Andrew's. Reckless hot take.
Andrew Gaugen's reckless hot take, classified October Guard 5-pack for San Diego, and HasLab for classified Tomahawk. Neither of those are reckless, though. Like 5-pack for San Diego is a little reckless. HasLab for Tomahawk is slightly reckless. I wouldn't say that either of them are just we're getting a flag reckless, but they're kind of reckless.
Making
We're getting a
it,
flag with a defiant sitting on it.
given that they don't want to make a hood for fear of public backlash, I don't think they're making Russian figures right now.
Yeah, it's a little
Just
tough.
saying. And I love the October Guard. Love them.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is less likely to happen now than in like 1986. So cool you jets. I love the idea. Love it. But more
Again,
likely to make a Cobra officer with a Dragunov sniper rifle.
Put your reckless hot takes in the big boy comments down below. We're not putting any more of the live chats up. No more. No more. We're out. Out on the reckless hot takes.
Here's a reckless hot take for you. A classified pogo.
With Norman Lear.
They can,
there you go, Norman Lear.
You could resell that as this. What is that? The Invader. It sells itself. It pays for itself right there.
Comes with a Toxo Viper in Oregon Ducks colors. It's going to be a good 2-pack.
So again, put your reckless hot takes in the comments down below. While you're down there checking out buttons, be sure to hit the thumbs up for the like. Subscribe to the channel while you're there. We do this every Tuesday. Well, you have no excuse at this point. 20% of you tune in and don't subscribe.
What?
Don't make me come over there.
Come on. Look, I'm just saying, Mike and Rob are going on a long roadie soon, so you may think you're safe, but you may actually be in the path of the hurricane.
Knock on the door.
Yeah, some guy hanging out in Tennessee, like, they'll never come here. Okay.
Show up at his door wearing hockey pads.
Yep.
Hey. Throw the glove down. And
Next news item.
Dude.
That's it for That's it for the news. News is brought to you again, 3D Joe 3D GI Joe 3D Printing Podcast. We will have Mark Gerwig from the GI Joe 3D Printing Podcast on the show next week. We will have news. We will have news as far as what they've got going on with us at Joe Fest this summer. They are proud to present Chunky Tank Kitty and his Meowler tank, as well as any other Cats in Tank side projects we may have going on. Or perhaps others.
Mike, you need to put up the comment by Jake Rose.
I'm looking for buttons. Last thing you hear
There
is
you
careless
go.
whispers on a baseball bat. There you go. or perhaps.
Oh.
I can't get enough of that with Ripper. Just
Just going faster than humanly possible.
Still trying to figure out what a carless whisper is.
right. Look, man, live chats are tough. We can't get on spelling. He doesn't have autocorrect on his live chat. Okay, come on now. Break.
Whatever your carless whisper is, I would play it for 12 seconds.
Right.
Just-
That's
Yes.
the news.
Now, did we just finish the news at 10:49?
Well, something like that.
Ooh.
Real quick, let's get some of this mail call out of the way. First letter, hurry, special extended open enrollment closing soon. Unlock 50% savings on Cigna's self-help employed group health plans. Call 888 blah, 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 blah. Reply stop to opt out. That's via our phone number. And yeah, we have one of those. You can find that in the comments down below. If you leave us a voice message, we will play it on the air. If you send us a crummy text, I'll get it like it's an email, but I'm not going to put that on the air either. So if you want to get your voice on the air, I'll give you a tasteful background photo. But go ahead and leave that for us. We've got our phone number listed down below. Check that out. Give us a call sometime. We'd like to hear from you. Next letter. Hello. Not sure if Ragtime Rob can share info about the Spider-Man logo variations in the bottom corner of the old Marvel G.I. Joe comics. A friend and I were discussing, and we know the barcode is for newsstand. What is the difference between white/web face Spider-Man face versus all black Spider-Man face? Well, one is really taboo. Was that a timing thing or a reprint thing or something else? Thanks in advance. You guys are the best. And that is from Yorktown Joe. Ragtime Rob, tell us about Spider-Man in the lower left corner of your Marvel Comics covers of the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
All right. Well, actually, it was really more in the 80s and 90s because if you had in the little box where there would normally be a barcode, if you didn't have the barcode, that meant that you were buying a comic through the direct market. So you're getting it at like a comic book shop. Now, whether they had the web mask Spider-Man or the all-black Spider-Man probably had to do with the timing on what he was wearing at the time. So if it's like after 1984 and they're really trying to push the black costume, you probably got the black Spider-Man. But I don't think it's anything deeper than that.
Wait a minute. You're telling me there's more than one Spider-Man?
No, there's more than one Spider-Man costume.
There's also more than one Spider-Man.
I will cut you out of the show again. So really, you got to be careful.
I just want to understand.
I will cut you out of this show again. My God, what your children have to deal with on a day-to-day basis.
I'm just getting them prepared, right?
We're getting Derek and Elizabeth on the program one day, and we're going to talk to them about the trauma that you put them through with this Spider-Man deal.
Honest to God, truth. They both love the Spider-Verse movies. Love them. Like
Right.
most people.
Right.
A lot of people like country music too.
Right. But most people should like the Spider-Verse movies. Most people should not like country music.
I played the latest one for the kids on Friday.
There you go. A lot of people like Dune movies too. So just
Next up, hey guys, what Joe stuff do y'all get for Christmas? Clearly, I've been sitting on this one a little while. I had a Dreadnought holiday with Ripper and Buzzer coming in, as well as a couple of Dreadnought t-shirts. I just wanted to put his Dreadnought t-shirt photos up in here. He's got the Cold Slither tour shirt, which is cool. Got the Dreadnought logo shirt, which is also cool. And that is from Israel Wilkinson. Thank you for sharing, Israel. We'll share any photos you want to send with us, just about.
almost all.
Yeah, right. We reserve the right to rescind that statement, but we will.
Don't test us.
Right. Just about any photo you want to send us that has to do with your G.I. Joe collectibles. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe go to my email.
Your visor only Cyclops cosplay. We don't need that.
Oh, let me cancel that email then.
Right. Yeah. Same email. Same email as community calendar. What's on joemind@gmail.com. Send everything there anything you want to. We're a community show. So if you have something that you just got to share with us, send it there, and good chance it makes it to the program.
Technically not nude if you're wearing a visor. Just saying.
That's why I told the judge he didn't bite either.
No, there you go.
There you go.
Next up, hey team. I figured I could show off what kind of stuff can be gotten at the Inside Pitch toy shows. First, I plugged the damn show at the toy show in Salisbury this past weekend.
Hey, all right.
What's on Joe Mind t-shirt. Well done, sir. Well done. Getting the show's brand in there as well. Inside Pitch Promotions. Well done.
That's on the left hand.
This is a guy for a marketing team, Mark. You need to pay attention.
He knows what's up.
This one had less G.I. Joe than the previous. But still had several good booths, and my dad and I came away with a respectable haul. You can see there they got themselves a complete conquest with Slipstream and the file card. You can see a Cobra Viper in there. There's a maggot in there in the back. Yeah.
A bomb disposal unit tank?
Yeah. Yeah, or the front part of one anyway.
Yeah, part of it.
Actually, that looks like the weapons transport.
Was that it? All right.
Yeah.
It sucked, but it was probably cheap.
Look, anytime you can get something complete for $15 to $20 at this point, that's a good run.
I like the air defense thing in the back right. Those were awesome.
Kinda.
You could have like 8 of them.
Right. I mean, they worked with your base. On their own, they were kind of
No,
but
they went on the helipad on top of the jail.
right. Something like that. Or, some of us that just imagined that you were inside with the base didn't have to have an actual roof on the base.
I suppose. I can see Slipstream's brown nose from here, but we move on. Slipstream, the biggest kiss ass in G.I. Joe history.
Right. But Andrew Galgan, enhance. And yeah, kind of. Sorry. Go full screen, and then it'll all be kind of. I am limited. Okay, I only have so much space I can work with. And then, of course, if it's appropriate to promote individual toy stores on the show, of course it is. We also stopped by a place called Archdale Antiques on the way home at 108 Interstate Drive, High Point, North Carolina. It is mainly an antique mall, but they have 2 stores that carry G.I. Joe inside it. First is the Star Wars store, which has an absolutely massive amount of Star Wars toys for those into that enemy toy line, in quotes. But also a nice selection of G.I. Joe figures and vehicles. We walked away with a near-complete blockbuster. The other booth was mainly vehicles, and this beauty we brought home, at which point we get a couple shots of a customized Cobra base.
Wow.
There's no roof on that jail either.
Yeah, not pictured Snake Eyes climbing out of it.
He don't need to climb out. He walks out the front door.
Right.
After he's slain everyone else.
And then you see you got the helipad and a little bit closer look at that Cobra that's on the front under the guns there. Looking forward to the show tonight. Hope we did good for you. Michael Jean and Dennis Fleming. So thank you so much we got pictures and a whole show recap there. You can't beat that for letters in the old mail call post sock.
Very nice. I like that. I like that Cobra base.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Somebody put some work into that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, we got one more. Hey, if you ever have time you need to fill, and Lord knows we do, this is the first custom I've made in probably 7 or 8 years. I'm sharing it because it's a lazy bastard custom. I know that's the type of custom Mr. Mark Weber enjoys.
Yep.
It's Sergeant Savage as a mix of the toy and comic as close as I can get it without paint. That is from our old friend Josh Doldner. And there we got a couple of pictures there. Sergeant Savage is using some core parts in there. But, hey, better here than on actual core characters.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? They just all they're doing is waiting for a G.I. Joe name to copyright to expire. And giving them weird shoulders. So we're more than happy seeing them go here.
Look, man,
good job there.
If there was paint on it, I would hate it. Right?
Right.
There's some guys out there doing incredible custom work, right? With custom even sculpting and 3D printing and painting. And I gotta say to you guys, y'all a bunch of hacks, right? Because you don't have the swag or the riz to pull off a lazy bastard custom. So fine.
Now,
whatever.
what I'll be sure to point out here is that Josh Doldner has now provided more material for lazy bastard customs than Mark has.
I just want to say I got a really good one, and I'm like, I'll put it on the show. And somebody who will remain nameless, but it rhymes with bike, said, "No, we'll do it separate. It'll be great." And now I've lost it. I don't know where it is.
It got taken to camp.
It's a really sad story. Yeah, it's probably busted to hell in Derek's backpack with Megatron dust all over him.
Kids.
So there is.
It was breathtaking. Yeah.
There is post
breathtaking.
We are running a little long, but I don't want to deny. Aaron, what'd you get in this week?
A trouble bubble. No.
Trouble bubble. Yeah.
Right. Another one. You got it bad.
No, I only got the one Tiger Force. I do have 2 of the regular trouble bubbles. I did get
Ripper.
The Ripper.
Yeah.
Figure in.
Get you in the big window. Hang on. There we go.
Oh, I didn't recognize him without his guitar.
It didn't come with a guitar. I was a little disappointed.
Mike, we got to be more in sync than that. Come on now.
Just 1 second. Let me get them real quick.
Oh,
I have a lot of buttons, man. A lot of buttons.
fair.
I'm going to real quick fill everybody in because I know a lot of folks know about Beach Party 86. And frankly, it's always been a little bit off-putting to some, but yesterday is the day it truly became gross. I downloaded the wrong copy there, but number 144. So it's a word, it's a number pun. It's a gross now. That's disappointing that it didn't take. I did a new one and it did not upload it. So I feel kind of dumb now. But anyways, next week I'll try and do the same joke. Back to you, Aaron. What'd you get?
Actually, I did get from Slickalicious on Etsy.
There you go.
I got I got the bazooka shirt, which is very nice, and also a Crimson Guard T-shirt from Slickalicious on Etsy store. Very nice.
Go.
I was very, very happy with it. I had this thing in here in the
Cool.
garage.
Does it have the name on the back or no?
No, the back is blank, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, you got missiles back there. It's fine.
Yeah, but with that jersey, you could wear a backpack with no straps.
There you go.
Can't even see the nameplate.
He
There you go.
Can use the magnets in his back.
Yeah.
Hold it on.
I've got a hole in my back. I can plug it in. Never mind.
Excellent. That's all we can ask for, really. But we're gonna since we are running long, we're gonna run short on us as far as us regulars on what we got in. We'll cover that next time around.
I didn't get nothing.
You didn't get nothing anyway. Screw you.
I got this.
Mark got a scannable Q code where you can find all of what's on Joe Mine's social media.
He got nothing to poop on. Oh, it's terrible.
I have to admit, Mark, I did not expect you to be so anti
anti-marketing.
I don't mind it. I just wasn't asked. And I got my new Lava Bear shirt. I only see one ear.
All right,
I only see one ear.
We'll roll into shout outs. Aaron Moss, again, you're our guest. Why don't you go ahead and give us some shout outs?
Sorry.
Not shouts. Shout outs.
And real quick, Jeff pointed out my Viewmaster I have back here on the back shelf. It's got the G.I. Joe slides with it. So
there you go.
The wife got that for Christmas. So
you've earned points from Andrew Galgan understanding the recurring jokes.
Yep.
I'm a quick study, so
Right. It's what we do, man. It's what we do.
We don't break out new material. You just got to know the running ones.
You have to. It's, that, and that's what I do. Old jokes and stuff from other people's shows.
That's it.
Take what I can get. But yes, I'm over on the Headcast Network. I had a website, but it's currently down due to issues with my spam filter not letting me know it was expiring. But I'm on Facebook.com/group/GI Joe, and just look for me everywhere else is GI Joe, the Real American Headcast. And I do a show normally every fourth Sunday of the month. I usually do a live cast recording for my podcast. And then I've been doing the third Friday of every month at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Pacific time, where that came from. I've been doing a live unboxing / review of a lot of stuff I've gotten piled up that I haven't unboxed yet. So
good deal.
And that's on YouTube. Was it youtube.com/ or at GI Joe Headcast? Something like that. I'm terrible at that.
Well, Diana Davis, sorry I'm late. Took Cullen out for a beer. Can you start over? From the top, everybody.
One more time. Hi,
Love that bit. Every time I have to do it. But what else? Who else we shouting out for, Aaron?
I want to give a shout out to again. I saw It's Chad out here in the chat. Great guy. I've talked to him on my Bravo Team show. I love talking to him, and all my guys over in the GI Joe Real American Headcast group. Kevin Reitzel and Brad Abraham and Jared Albrick and all the other guys. I love recording with you guys. And again, I need to have Mike. I need to have you on over there, and Mark, and of course Racktime Rob. I need to get you guys at some point.
It did happen once.
Yes, I need to have you guys back over. And I don't think I've talked with Mark yet though, but I need to get Mark on there. And
Right. I don't mind being last. I'll help clean up.
sometimes that's the best place, clean up and
hit ninth is second leadoff. That's what my coach told me. So,
well, there you go.
Yeah,
Your coach lied, Mark.
Yeah, he
Coach
did.
Lied.
He did.
You let Mark have what he can get. Sometimes you gotta.
Yeah, baseball's not my game. It's too confusing.
No slide tackling in baseball.
Too confusing.
That's why I got kicked
He's
out.
just a caveman.
That's right.
Racktime Rob, shout it out.
Shout out to the studio audience. Thank you for tuning into this nonsense.
Dustin Jeffrey with maybe the live comment chat of the night went right back to the beginning.
I know, he really did. That is commitment. Well done, sir.
Well done.
Yeah.
A shout out to you, Dustin Jeffrey.
Repeating his first live tweet of the night. Once we did the restart, you can't beat that. That's good stuff. Mark Weber,
Yeah.
shout it out.
Hey, I didn't get to see as many folks as I usually do back in Bend, but saw my mom. So shout out to Mom Weber. Shout out to Ken and Mark. Ken, by the way, owns the last Blockbuster, which is pretty freaking cool. Shout out to my friend Mo, not this Mo, but Mo, but a different Mo. And shout out to Roto, my oldest friend and co-host on the Eternal Baseball podcast, who happens to live in Salt Lake City and will put up a lost Weber and his daughter overnight so they can fleece Delta for $1,600.
Yeah.
Ding! That's plenty. It was a good week.
Anytime you can fleece Delta, I guess.
Take it. Take that, Delta. Oh, yeah. And shout out to the oblivious teenage girl sitting in front of my daughter on the flight back, who not only put her seat back, but her feet up on the seat in front of her.
Oh.
And to her clueless parent, bad job. Shame on you. Seat back is debatable. I think it's bad form. But knee on the seat or feet on the seat in front of you, that just makes you a bad person.
That's what you slip a pillowcase over her head and just
right. I guarantee you they couldn't wait to get home to leave shopping carts in the parking lot.
Probably.
That kind of person.
The triple play would have been if she had draped her hair over the back of the chair.
No, that's fine because you could pull it or you can put things in it.
Have hair scissors with you.
Yep. Or just color the bottom half of it purple, like all the cool European villains are doing these days.
That's right.
That's it. That's all I got.
I am going to give a shout out to our wonderful friends and sponsors at Kokomo Toys. Misplaying their spot tonight because we were already running late at that point, but we'll sing the theme song real quick. Kokomo Toys. Kokomo Toys. Didn't hear you on that one, Moss. We'll try harder next time.
Sorry about that.
I'm just saying.
We'll send you the words.
Second
Say
verse. Same as the
verse.
Want to make sure that we also get our weekly spotlight in here for a really funny podcast for anyone who hates censorship. It's called Bandcamp. And here's where Mark flosses. Hosted by Dan and Jennifer. Bandcamp is a comedy podcast where they read band books trying to figure out why they were banned in the first place. I don't even know. This time they're reading Mark Twain's classic Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, one chapter at a time, out loud. If you think banning books will lead to a not so great future, then Bandcamp is for you. Whether you're like Jennifer, curious to read the books for the first time, or like Dan, and you want to get in your reading without all that pesky reading, love Bandcamp. New episodes drop Tuesdays and Thursdays, as you can see there on the card. And you can find them wherever you get your podcasts from. Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever. It's all there for you. Again, that's Bandcamp with 2 N's. Subscribe today. Let's all get banned together. I just got to put up more. I got to figure out ways to put more things in Weber's window.
I was flossing for like 40 seconds, man. I'm not built for that anymore. Holy shit.
He's too old for that crap.
Come on now. I'm getting too old for this shit.
I'm going to reiterate Ragtime Rob's shout out for our studio audience. Thank you so much for joining us week after week after week. If you're getting us on replay, we love you too. Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, if you're catching us on the audio only replay, we're sorry for all the visual gags, but hey, it happens sometimes. We run a YouTube show now. We're doing the best we can. Remember, if you're catching us on the Facebook this evening, be sure to give us some kind of a reaction. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a heart. Give us a little huggy guy. We do love little huggy guy. Those are the reactions that make the whole system run round for us. If you're catching us on the YouTubes, again, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We've had a lot of activity in the last couple of weeks and not a lot of subscribers. So please send us around your various social media circles, whether that's Facebook groups or Reddit pages or Discord servers, whatever. Just share our show wherever you think people might enjoy our show. I think that's about it. I think that's all we got. That's all we got this week.
I think that was plenty.
Yeah. I would hope so. What else do these people want from us?
I don't know. We got all week to brainstorm for next week.
We won't do that.
I tell you, these last couple of weeks, I've tried to go easy on the call to action stuff, right? And you know what's happened? Nothing. Got nobody subscribing. Got nobody even hitting the stupid like button. Like we used to get monster clicks on that like button. And I think it's that side. Yeah, that one is the like button.
Now we just get bombed in the comments.
Yeah.
We get to Africa stop HIV.
Now. Rob now.
Africa. Okay.
Rob, you're not going to get away with it, Rob.
Bearded Megazord did ask if he thought this was a family show.
So did we.
It is. It depends on which family you're referring to.
Right. Like there's
the Manson family.
Right. Like it's one of the we'll put them in timeout. We don't need to. We'll give them 5 minutes.
See you, Rob.
But
there he goes. That's how you do it, Mike.
It's Absorbed. It says that we're sitting on a new bumper. Just okay. All right. I haven't checked the email in the last 4 hours. Give me a break. But that's all we got. Be sure to join us next week. As we said earlier, that our guest on next week's program, Mark Gerwig of Mark II Design, will be back with us. We're going to talk about some of the cool stuff we got planned for Joe Fest. We'll also have some cool reveals and previews and pre-orders to talk about from this Thursday's event. And be here for it. Tuesday, 9 p.m. for an all-new edition of What's on Joe Mind. Regular episode number 299, by the way. If you're asking, do we have anything special planned for episode 300? No, we do not.
No, we don't.
Because it's not our 300th episode. There's 300 regular episodes plus 90 some special editions plus I don't know how many on the spot and one-off type format things. Like it's closer to about 500 episodes at this point. Good God, we've been doing this for a long time.
We should restart with an all-new number 1 to get new subscribers.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then when you get close to 500 would be, then you change back.
Yeah.
Right.
Legacy numbering.
We'll get to episode 14 and then we'll switch to legacy numbering. Just to confuse
it. Stupid Marvel. Anyway, sorry. Thanks for having me on the show, guys.
Hey, it's no trouble. Again, you were actually you were on the list of people I wanted to give a shout out to, and I just forgot about the list. But yes, so Aaron, thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully, we'll have you back in the near future, and we haven't terrified you too poorly.
Oh, again, you haven't seen my show apparently. Dylan with the Albrecht, yeah, it's you guys are fine.
All right, good. I got to get my buttons back. But for Aaron Moss, for our regular host, Racktime Rob, and Mark Weber, I'm your host, Mike Irizarry. Be sure to join us next Tuesday at 9:05 for another far-reaching and scattershot episode of What's on Joe Mind. Again, we'll have Mark Gerwig next week. Until then, as our friend Vagon likes to say, stay safe, and if you can't, be careful. Have a great rest of the week, everybody. Yo, Joe.
Yo, Joe.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.